Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittney Bundles, and today's video is going to go over the second chapter of my dropshipping book, Dropshipping Now, Wholesale Later, a dropshipping guide for hair businesses. I did go over the first chapter in another video. I will go ahead and link that down below. And I'll also link the link to the ebook in case you are interested in reading more on the topics and outlines that I have in that book pertaining to starting your hair business and upscaling it. So starting it with drop shipping and then upscaling your business to purchasing in bulk where the bigger profit lies. So if you are interested in this video, be sure to give the video a big thumbs up. Giving the video a thumbs up, it does help to push the YouTube algorithm out, and share this content to others that are interested in this content just like you are. Also, it helps this channel grow, which I truly appreciate if you all would take a moment to do that. And then if you have any questions, feel free to leave comments down below, or you can always go to my website, which is keepingupwithbrittney.com. That's my secondary website. On that website, I do have a forum at the very bottom on the homepage where you can write me a message or a comment, question, and I can go ahead and answer that for you. So without further ado, I'm going to hop right in. So I did create a book, Dropshipping Now, Wholesale Later. I created this book a few years ago at this point. And the purpose of this book was to, or is to, outline details on how to get started with your hair business. I get asked very frequently, what are the steps to starting a hair business? Now that I have decided I want to move forward, now that I have my business name, now that I found a vendor, what do I do next? So depending on what type of business you're looking at running and how you're looking at structuring your business, this first steps can look different for everyone. But I've worked with a lot of businesses that are hair businesses and are considering starting their hair businesses, where I've been able to put together a very common step process for a lot of hair businesses that I work with. So the second chapter of my ebook, it goes over some details in regards to the importance of obtaining a PO box for your business. So I'm going to be going over that in this video today. The first thing that I want to start off with is safety. When you are drop shipping, every drop shipping company positions their services a little bit differently. For me, I don't want any affiliation with our company being sent to your customers, if that makes sense. Let me rephrase it in a different way just to try to make the message a little clearer. I don't want any of our branding material. My hair company is Bad Chick Hair. I don't want any of the addresses affiliated with Bad Chick Hair to be sent out to your customers, because I don't want them to know who your vendor is out of respect for your company. There are a lot of drop shipping companies that will send out small messages, I like to say it, subliminal messages to your customers and clients, letting them know who you're working with. Because if your customer and client knows who you're buying your hair from, it's very easy to cut you out of the picture and go directly with them, especially since when you're drop shipping, you typically take a rate that the company is giving you, and then you add your profit on top of that. If that person feels like they can get a better deal, or if they can start their business directly with your vendor, why would they go through you? So at this point, you're sort of like the middleman. It's just like, let's say you're going to purchase some clothes at a boutique. If you find out who the vendor is for the boutique, unless you have a strong relationship with that company, or for some reason you just want to go into that store, you may find that you may be interested in going directly to the source so that you can get a better discount and you can have more options, and you don't necessarily have to go through that boutique. So a lot of people are looking at ways to cut corners. Nothing wrong with that. But because of that, a lot of people don't want their vendors exposed. The hair industry is not the only industry that feels that way. There are people that sell shoes, clothes, lashes, get certain products for their nails. They do different designs on nails, and they don't want their vendor exposed because they don't want anyone going around them to get to their vendor. And it's nothing out of like, you know, hate or no, I don't want you to succeed. But there's a lot of money that goes into finding vendors. There's a lot of money that goes in time and research, a lot of times, that goes into finding a vendor. So once people find vendors, if they're giving it out, typically they sell it for a price. You know, a couple years ago, vendors lists were really, really popular. People were selling their vendors, not just giving them away. Now, sometimes people will give them away, but if you notice, a lot of times when they're giving those vendors away, they're getting out of that industry. When they were in the industry, they weren't necessarily giving their vendors away. So, and that's not for everyone, but that's kind of like a generalization. So number one, when I say safety, it's like a two-part fold. It's safety and protection of your business security, making sure that no one knows who your vendor is unless you give them that information. And then another part of safety is it's also ensuring that no one goes directly to your home. So when you're selling hair extensions or any product, especially online to people you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what people are thinking. You don't know if someone by chance gets upset or if someone by chance wants to come to your home to see you in person. I mean, you don't know what people are thinking, but it's always safe. It's always better to be safe than sorry. So if you have, I know with my drop shipping service, when I send the hair out, I put down your business address or your P.O. box or the address you give me for return sender. That way it keeps my address off of your packages. Now, with that being said, if someone goes to your home and because they see the address on their package, that's not necessarily safe. And they may not have an intention of doing any harm to you, but it's just the fact of not wanting to mix your business with your personal life or having all of your clients have your home address. I work with a lot of different people. I have a nail tech that I go to. I don't have her address. I have a lactician that I'm going to be seeing very regularly. I don't have her home address. You know what I mean? So it just kind of keeps those things separate. That's the first point. Now, the second portion that I want to go over is professionalism. So along with protecting your safety, you also want to protect the integrity and professionalism of your business. For me, it always looks more professional when someone has a business address and a personal address. There are going to be some documents, even beyond drop shipping, when you're looking to start your business that are going to require you, and some additional services that are going to require you to have a separate address aside from your personal home address. And if you use your personal home address for your business, then you have to accept the fact that your addresses may be shown online too. So not just to your drop shipping customers and clients, but also Google can pick that up and have your address intermingled with your business association. So before I got a P.O. box, I remember setting up all of my business information and I used my home address. This was before I opened my salon, before all of that. And I went to Google Maps and I typed in my business name. I don't know what prompted me to do that, where I typed my business name into Google, popped up on Google Maps. I clicked the link and it literally had step-by-step instructions to my home address. And I was really, really scared because I'm like, wow, like I had no idea. Number one, I didn't know how long it was showing this information. And number two, anyone can find my address just that seamlessly. And I did not like that. I did not feel safe with that being just online. So it looks more professional when you have a business address. If you don't have a business address, then if you like a storefront or something like that, I would look into a P.O. box. Now they do have other addresses available too, where you can purchase like a business address that's not a P.O. box. So you can look into that as well. The whole concept is making sure that you have a separate address from your home, if that makes sense. I'm sure that's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, the third thing that I want to go over is to avoid having your vendor exposed. Now, I forgot that I listed this as the third tip, but I already went over it with the number one, safety. So you want to make sure, again, that you're keeping the integrity of your business. So making sure that you have most of the control is my priority. There are different dropshipping companies that are going to structure their businesses differently, like I mentioned before. But for me, I pretty much lay in the background. The relationship that we have, if you're in drop shipping, is I am going to provide consistent inventory for your business without you having to purchase in bulk at that point. As far as you coming up with the policies, as far as you coming up with customer service techniques, promoting, shipping out the hair, if you have asked me to send it to you instead of your customers directly, all of that is on you. Okay, there are some drop shipping companies that actually get in the middle of your processes and want to implement your policies and things like that. And I've know this because a lot of people have come to me switching from different drop shipping companies. I've heard stories of people saying, hey, the drop shipping vendor sent out their business card along with my products and services. And so it's really important to, when you are looking at starting drop shipping with a company, look at and ask questions as far as how their process works, what's going to occur. what information do they send up pertaining to their company? What address do they list for the return sender? If they give you an address, Google the address, and more than likely it's going to come up with a name to that company, which a lot of people can do too. They can go ahead and Google it, find the company, and cut you right out of it. This is not to say this to alarm you or to make you frightened. It's just so that you know exactly what you're getting into before you start a relationship with any dropshipping company. So this ebook that I created goes over a lot more information. I also have some templates provided at the back of the ebook to help some of those conversations begin if you're looking at starting relationships or building relationships to build your business and to promote and things like that. I have templates, like I mentioned, in the back of the book that you can use. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I do want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.